All right, good morning, boys and girls. It is just about 5 past the hour, and on Monday morning, May 18th. And we're just getting some pre-market analysis done here before market opens. Normal routine, normal stuff. Looks like we are on a short-term uptrend, and it clearly looks like in pre-market we've busted above London highs on both indexes. Excuse me. And yeah, looks like we came up and then swept down, and then as soon as pre-market hit, decided to come back up. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a retracement here. Um, so we're not sure if we're going to head higher yet at this point, but let's take a look at what we do have, and let's clean up some charts real quick. Get our things marked out. What is going on here? Why am I not? What's happening here? Oh, there it is. Good Lord. This thing is acting all kinds of funk. Now it's centered. It's weird because sometimes it'll appear over here and now it's centered, and very, very odd. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at what we have here. Okay. Looks like we had a bit of a slump from Friday. Yeah, Friday's action, if I remember right, I took a trade, I don't know, I believe right in here, exited right about here. Did pretty good on that. And I might have exited a little sooner. I think my target was right here at these highs, opening highs. Um, it did end up going the direction I wanted and then just kind of moved all around. Looks like this move here in the afternoon was pretty good. But then again, just it seems like a lot of chop going on in there. Um, from there, looks like Asia session dumped even further, went sideways for a while. London session looks like it peaked up. There wasn't really a lot in terms of market manipulation there. Spun up, has come back down, and then made a shot upward. And now it looks like we're actually heading more on an uptrend even from there. So I guess we'll see. Let's go to the 1 hour and see what we have. Okay. Yeah, clearly we have an uptrend here on S&P. See what NASDAQ looks like. And again, we do have a confirmed break of structure here. Back on an uptrend. Actually, we have an uptrend right from here through Asia session where we get a break of structure here. We get a little bit of a pullback and then a move upwards. So it seems to me we are clearly going to be looking at some things going on here. Let me get well here. I know this much from yesterday's Friday's session. We're gonna have here. We're gonna have that high. Let's see. I already have those highs marked out. Not really seeing anything else. Okay, so we definitely have some targets we can head to. Okay, let's mark out the dailies or the highs and lows for the day. Oh, I see. Okay, this is actually all right. So we'll just do this. We'll just mark this as a New York high, and we'll make this also. Oh, let's go to 5 minute here. I'm sure that, yep, that's what that is. That's a New York high as well. Looks like we're headed right to those New York highs. And on this uptrend, I'd be inclined to think that that's where it's going. Almost tempted to want to take a trade on that, but alas, we shall wait. We shall be patient because that is what we do. We'll mark out some lows here. I'm going to go ahead and mark out London after all because even though it's been passed, we do want a benchmark for it. Okay. Now that we do have those marked out, all right. So previous New York highs, plus we've got some London highs. I'm going to be, my bias is definitely bullish today. We just need to see how the market's going to move and manipulate come market open. We do have a lot of liquidity targets that we can be looking at on both indexes. Oh yeah, whole ton of them. We've got some ones down there on the dip as well. So again, this is a funky market. It wants to do what it wants to do. I haven't seen normal price action here. I say normal like I have a lot of experience seeing price action, but I mean, I haven't seen price action typical of what I was used to seeing in the last 3 months or so, even 4 months from the beginning of the year, compared to what we're seeing now. But this is a good looking price action right now. Yeah. Oh, it's a good looking flag. And we got a good target north, so I would be inclined to take a bullish trade. I do want to say out of the box, or out of the gates, I mean, at open, I would be inclined to do so considering this flag continues like it is. This flag pattern is very, very common and good indication that, especially when we have a slight pullback, that we could work our way back up. So the other thing, of course, we'd be looking at is an equilibrium play as well. So we might see a little bit of a dip before heading up. See what our 4-hour looks like here real quick. Okay, 4-hour is technically still in a downtrend. I say technically because we have not broken structure. I'm still thinking bullish here. There's a lot of other indicators that are giving me bullish. 4-hour still shows bearish. 1 hour is showing Back to a bullish move. See here. See if we have a divergence of some kind here on the a little bit, huh? Hmm. Yeah, we've only just broken structure, over the weekend to the upside. So it is possible that we're looking at the um, price action to continue bullish. It just hasn't proven itself yet on the 4 hour. I would say the next 45 minutes will tell us, though. I mean, if we push up and close up above here, then clearly we're more bullish. So that's actually probably a pretty good confirmation if we close this candle bullish. Yeah, we'll see. 15-minute is also showing bullish. Yeah. Name of the game is patience, boys and girls. Patience, and I can tell you right now, I'm one that has suffered with trying to regulate my level of patience personally as well. As probably a bunch of other traders who have been unprofitable for a period of time or haven't been profitable at all yet. Yeah, it's an affliction, one that is really important to work to overcome. Okay, so clearly we've got some liquidity here. That gap, that gap was done. Gap was done. We have a gap right here. Hmm. I think this has got to be one of those wait and sees. Patience at the open. Excuse me. Let all the speculators put theirs in. The way this jumped up, market open, new money coming in. We could see a dip trying to come down to here. Take out liquidity somewhere in here, maybe not inverse this gap and then work its way back up. Or we can see this flag, we can test this gap and this gap. We have a lot of gaps we can test. And then curl right up to prior New York highs, to Friday's New York highs. So right now they're thinking that Wall Street's going to open higher. Let's see what Red Folder News looks like today. Housing market index, not a whole lot. Okay. We don't have a lot of crazy high impact news here, so. Wonder if we'll get a flag breakout during pre-market. We still got 10 minutes. Two candles. Doesn't look like it, though. Looks like we got some consolidation going, and we're just getting ready for market open. I was just thinking my last two successful trades were when I was particularly patient, waited later in the day, even when there was movement going on in the opening range. And so I've really got to regulate my impulse to want to get into a trade at open given what I'm looking at right now. Excuse me. Given what I'm looking at right now, because this flag is a really good indicator that we're going to head bullish almost immediately out of the gate. That just seems to be the thing. I mean, classic flags, you know. This was a good flag play as well. Get in at the break above the candle. Set your stop here. You'd have seen this curl and move right up. Break above the candle. Stop would be below the nearest low. Boy, oh boy. Seeing that setup, man. It's just hard not to want to take a trade. I mean, obviously we still have to wait for the right move, which in this flag move would be a break above the nearest candle. Because right now you're seeing it trend downwards, still trending downwards. So it would actually be a break above here at 29,380. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other traders that are seeing that flag play out. They're thinking longs as well. Good for a quick scalp to 29,486, you think? I mean, really a flag at market open, huh? It's like one of the oldest, most obvious patterns. If this down candle gets longer, that could be something that gives me pause to want to think about entering it open should this flag break out. Now, that looks like our break, our flag break. We're starting to get a little more activity now. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to trade at open. I'm pretty sure it's going to go here. I'm pretty sure it's going to come to here. And then we'll see if it comes to here. But I'm pretty sure that it will. I just don't know that I want to get into that just yet. I don't know that I trust my instincts that much just yet. Okay, well, that told me all I needed to know. Now we're going to wait it out. All right, so what we're going to look for now is an equilibrium play. Pretty much this right here. Okay, looks like we hit equilibrium. We'll see if this candle respects this gap. And if it respects this gap, we could dip down a little lower. But if it respects the gap as it comes back up, we'll be looking at taking a trade right above this high. Seems early in the day to do that, but considering that we've got our market manipulation right here from London already done and we've got some gaps, I see that there's an early opportunity there. So we got to let this play out, and we've got two gaps that we can respect. Three, there's actually four, but between equilibrium, excuse me, I'm thinking these are the two gaps I'm looking at right here with equilibrium to see if we've got two of those. If we got two of those that get respected and equilibrium stays in play, then we're definitely looking bullish. I'm okay if one gap gets inversed, but the second one has to be respected just because of where equilibrium's at. The other idea is that the market manipulation is taking liquidity out down here. Hell, for that matter, it could even go right down here. But for now, this is our first thing we're looking at. We're going to see if that holds. If it doesn't, chances are we're looking at a liquidity play down here before a curl back up. So all those that looked at that flag and said, "Oh yeah, flag is good," y'all just got smoked. Is there another? Oh yeah, look at that. All right, so we stalled at liquidity here. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense now. Tested the gap, but it looks like we're, no, I don't know. There's 30 seconds left, but I mean, if we respect these gaps and get into equilibrium, we could be looking at a long. Okay. Wow, that was close, huh? Did we inverse that gap? Yeah, looks like we inversed two. Okay, so a little skeptical. We've still got two more gaps to inverse to really make it fully fail, but which it's possible. It's possible because over on S&P we've inversed two gaps already, and this is the third, which we've touched and respected. Haven't gotten to that third gap. Still working on equilibrium here. All right. So best thing that could happen, we could form a nice gap here. And then between equilibrium coming back up and then inversing that gap, that's when we begin looking for a long. So we're just going to sit and see if it comes to us. It looks like new money coming in from New York. The reason that we're seeing this dip, that was the other theory too. We had a flag play that we could go higher, but the other thing is whenever you get these long extensions, there's a good chance when new money comes in that it's going to want to absorb a bunch of that and even it out. We've seen that happen a few times as well. So as it currently stands, that looks like what the play is. We could be heading toward liquidity down in here. And chances are we'll take that liquidity, respect this gap, and then maybe begin curling back up, or we just have a hard dump. So tough to say at this point, but really what we'll be looking at is when this candle finishes, my primary thing I'm looking at is this gap right here to see if we inverse this gap yet again and come back up, which is entirely possible because after this steeple play right here, there's a good chance we could see this coming back up. We also have a good support level that's right here. That was a resistance level that was broken through in pre-market. So now it's acting as support. As you can see, it's kind of floating right in there. But I mean, you know, we'll see. Still got a couple minutes left on this candle, so anybody's guess where it ends up. Yeah, we did have looks like we had a little bit of a bearish SMT at the top of this flag too that I'm just noticing. You know, we got high to low and we got basically high to high. So this would be the lead on a bearish SMT, which it does look like it's playing out. But we'll see if it gets tired. And if it does, then like I said, I think I'm primarily bullish on the day is my bias. Oh, I think we get full confirmation on that by the 10 o'clock hour. Once we get that 10 o'clock hour candle to close, let's mark that out. Okay, so pretty much what we're looking at doing is we need to have the 10 o'clock candle close above here. So that's actually a target point. And on here, that's the same. So we're pretty much looking for New York highs on those is what we're doing. So this is really our this is our goal here by 10 o'clock. If we close above this by 10 o'clock, or I should say after 10 o'clock, on the 10 o'clock candle, we got to be up above here, has to close up in here at 10 o'clock, or at least above here and above here. And then we clearly have a full bullish trend going on all time frames, or at least all the time frames that matter to what I'm working my strategy with. All right. So, second candle. Okay, we closed out this candle. Still testing this third gap. We did breach this, we did inverse the second gap. We're testing the third. Still kind of in equilibrium, but this is okay. We're just going to watch this. We got an idea of what we're looking at now, so if this goes completely against my bias, then there's probably not a trade to take. At least nothing that meets with my bias. I did say, though, that one of the probabilities is to come down to and do a liquidity sweep right up down in this area. So we'll see. We are playing a little below that. I don't even know what the fib looks like on that, but I would say our retracement is getting close to the 79. And if we break the 79, we're probably still headed downward, I guess. I don't know much about the fib retracement logic, but just judging what we've got here, we're probably in that realm. I think there might be a good indication to go long if we can still respect this gap and if we can close a candle above equilibrium. If we can close a candle above equilibrium, I'll start looking at possibilities for a long where I get a better place for my stop. Because right now an entry, because this would be my target, and we're looking at say somewhere in here, we're looking at 168 points, whereas stop, see, already we're getting lower and lower here, but let's assume that's where that is. 104. I mean, the ratio is still pretty good, but that's not a great ratio. Okay, this is still doing some stuff. I'm going to do a quick bathroom break because it's not looking like it's going to be doing anything exciting in the next 2 minutes, and I'll be right back. All right, so clearly got a dump going on. All right, we've hit that liquidity area that I'm talking about. We've actually blown out all of these. So we, maybe my bias is wrong, but all right, if we respect this gap right here, we might be looking at a different set of rules here. Let's take a look. This is dangerous territory here because, we're literally in the middle of London range, could we continue lower? I think this box has now been invalidated. So move up, sideways, sharp move down. Do we get a sharp move up, or are we simply moving toward respecting a gap at some point and continuing down? So it's tough to say, but I mean, currently it looks like my bias might have been wrong all along. Getting down to London that'd be a tough one right there. Somehow I'm not thinking we're going to, but I mean, that 1 hour is not looking good. And the 4 hour is not looking good either. All right. We are totally in a wait and see mode right now because there's just I'm not seeing anything that gives me an opportunity based on where my bias was and what I previously analyzed, other than saying that one of my possible predictions was, or possibilities was, liquidity sweep down in this area, respecting this gap, and working its way back up. So we'll see how that plays out. I'd like to see a break of structure and a gap on the 5 minute. I mean, I guess we'll see. We got 2 minutes left on this candle. If we do get an inverse back again here, then I might still look at longs coming up. Especially because now we've got a soft liquidity sweep here on the lower time frame. See what this looks like on the 15. Yeah, see, yeah, that's okay. It looks like a liquidity sweep here. Definitely blew out this gap. So, I mean, that does give you the indication that we're, still moving down, but we're respecting this gap and we're respecting liquidity, at least so far, right here. So, S&P is showing a little more promise. We can get a break of structure on S&P. I wonder if maybe that's where our trade is, because I'm not really seeing it on NASDAQ just yet, although I like NASDAQ more. Not really seeing it. We're not seeing a break of structure there either. Okay. All right. Looking for a value gap. We never did get to liquidity down here, though. We did here. Tell you the truth, I think I like NASDAQ more. We did not really see much of a liquidity sweep here. We'll see. we get a break of structure and an inverse gap, that's, wow, it's going to be really good. Can feel the FOMO coming up in me here as this candle is now moving past the gap and break of structure. This is two that, you know, two confluences working together that are really, really good. But we're literally right in the middle of the candle at 2.5 minutes. So, I mean, there's still a lot of room for this thing to do something. Um, okay, that'll be that. That'll be that one. Okay. All right, so I'm going to move down to the 1 minute real quick. Still got 1:40. I've got to wait for a little pullback. I've got to. We have an ever so tiny gap right here. Ever so tiny. All right. I might take it on S&P. Damn, it's going. Gotta wait for a little pullback, a little retrace. Okay, both of these are looking really good now. I've got a good place for a stop if I want it. I wonder if I should just go for it here. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of a retrace here. Okay, this is okay. Let's see what we get here. All right, I'm going to take it. All right, taking the long here. I'm going to make my stop. Going to have to put a pretty tight stop on it, but I don't like that those are topping wick candles, but we are looking at some pretty strong price action here. All right, I'm going to get out for now. I think we're going to see a little bit more of a retrace. I want to wait for that to happen. Because we are getting right to this liquidity spot, so we might see a little retrace at liquidity. Yeah, we got some liquidity there. We got liquidity here. We got a couple more spots. So, all right. I saw that coming out. I think I'm going to get back in here once we see this coming back up. Yeah. All right, let's wait this out. Okay, I can get rid of this line here. I can get rid of this line here. Don't need to be confused by that. We've already done what we needed to do. Let me go back to the 5-minute and take a look, see what we got here. All right, so this is what I thought it was. Okay, we got ourselves a little bit of a retrace. We're just waiting for a break back up. We don't have a break of structure yet. We tested this gap. So technically we're still in a downtrend. Here we do have a break of structure going up. So we've kind of got a bearish SMT. Okay, if we inverse this gap, I think we can get back in. Okay, not yet. Is this an equilibrium maybe? Honestly, I don't know. No. All right. Well, we're at 10 o'clock and it does not look like we're finishing our 4-hour. Oh, I'm sorry. We did finish our 4-hour and we did not get back up. So this almost makes me want to change my bias to bear. But then again, in the next 4 hours, could see some bull. Still bullish on the 1-hour. Bearish on the 15-minute. Bearish on the 5-minute. So only the 1 hour is bullish right now. Hmm. Only got one trade, and I think I don't know how much. 160 bucks. I was smart enough to get out, seeing that it was coming down. Got to run tight stops on this. I mean, I know I hear a bunch of traders saying set it and forget it, commit to your thing, but tell you the truth, I probably would have gotten stopped out somewhere that was undesirable, lost more money, and my instincts told me that I was wrong once I got into it, and it was stalling, and I said, nope, this isn't looking right. I'm going to trust my instincts more than what I keep hearing. Probably not what you're supposed to do. Take your trade and commit. Right now I'm thinking bearish, man. All right, let's take a look at some bearish confluence. Let's see if maybe we're still headed bearish here. Yeah, technically this would be bearish. We'd have to respect this gap, equilibrium, and keep heading down. That's the way I'm seeing it. We just need the right confluences. Let the trade come to us. So I'm going to switch to bearish. Or I'm sorry, bullish. No, bearish. Okay, taking the short. Whoa. That is a lot of movement in the wrong way. Oh my goodness. Oh, did I just screw myself? Yep. Oh my God. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Oh my God. Am I upside down? Am I backwards? Oh, fuck me. Oh, did I just blow it? Hit equilibrium. Respected the gap. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Oh, nope. Oh no. Oh, I think I just blew the account. And I'll bet it comes right back down. Oh my God. Fuck off. Seriously? Oh, God damn it. I blew it. I took a $2,000 loss. That was my max. Ah, God damn it. I completely misjudged that one. Oh, God. What a pain in the ass. Uh, yeah, I fucking just totally blew that account. What am I doing? Oh, shit. Could not stay patient. All right, guys. Well, that's that. I'm basically fucked. So, all right. I'll see you guys whenever.